They don't tell us this in school, and most people go through their whole lives without realizing it, but the rules are made up, and everybody
We all know this because we're just pretending.
is faking it. We are living in a time when more and more people are starting to wake up. They're questioning the system, noticing that the rules we've been taught to follow are arbitrary. They're often harmful. They're realizing that the system is rigged and it was never designed to help us thrive. You can feel it in the
Exactly. Even I'm experiencing that with hacker trolls, man. They're everywhere.
air, a quiet revolution. People are walking away from jobs, relationships, and roles that no longer serve them. There's a deep knowing rising up that says, it doesn't have to be this way. This video is for anyone who's starting to question the script and wondering what might be possible if you stopped following the rules that were never real to begin with.
What will happen is they will watch you, like every move you make, they'll watch that and they'll sabotage any type of progress you're making if you try to go against the grain, like I'm doing.
You might be living your entire life trying to follow rules that were never written with your well-being in mind. So let's talk about where those rules come from, what happens when you stop following them, and why now is the perfect time to start living life on your own terms. The sooner the better. From the time we're young.
Can you live life on your own terms though if everyone is using the internet, which is very heavily controlled by unknown forces?
We're told certain things. Be a good girl, make people comfortable, work hard, be nice, don't complain. And along the way, we absorb a set of unspoken rules. Get married by a certain age or you'll end up old and alone. Stay in that job even if it drains you, or you'll end up poor and living under a bridge. Don't speak up about what you really want, or you'll be labeled difficult, unstable, or selfish.
That's me.
Follow the plan. School, job, house, marriage, kids, career, retirement, or you're a failure. What do all of these rules have in common? They are enforced by fear. Fear of being judged, fear of being rejected, fear of not fitting in. But who?
I'm so glad I don't have a fear of fitting in. Man, being free to do as you please mentally is so good. You all should try it sometime. Be free, man, mentally.
Created these rules and who actually benefits from them. Spoiler alert, it's not you or me. In fact, it's mostly people we don't even know. The people at the top, the people in power, but that's another.
Man, hearing a sister say this is so good, man. There is hope for the next generation to at least know what's going on. To change it, I don't know, man. The internet is pretty powerful. And since that's where the world is going, how can you stop something that is controlled on the internet?
Video. These rules are often rooted in outdated systems. Patriarchy, for one, capitalism, tradition, religion, and other forms of dogma. They were not designed to make you happy. They were designed to keep society predictable and comfortable and to keep the masses under control.
Exactly. Keep us under control to do things we wouldn't do naturally. Oh yeah.
The day that you stop asking for permission is the day your real life begins. And I say that as someone who followed all the rules.
My real life has begun so many years ago when I met this person who didn't have a cell phone, which is weird. And then he was talking a whole bunch of crazy stuff, normal to me, but crazy to the masses. And then the masses complained, and somehow it got back to the FBI, and the FBI was around him, speaking to him. That makes you think, doesn't it?
I got married young, but because that's what good girls were supposed to do. Otherwise, I would have been cohabitating with my boyfriend and been a disgrace to my parents. Well, that was a mistake. So then for years, I achieved degrees, raised my kids alone and determined. I invested in a little real estate, and I built a successful career in healthcare. And for a while,
You know, they allowed you to do that, right? That's the crazy part about it. If they don't like you, you ain't getting that far to build anything. So trust me, you're on the good side of the line when it comes with them for now. But since you're talking about this stuff, you might end up on the other side. So be careful, sis. Be careful.
I was proud of it. But under the surface, I was exhausted, disappointed, disconnected, disillusioned, unfulfilled. Walking away from that job felt a little terrifying, not because of the anxiety that I've always had around money, but because of what other people might think. When you go off script like that, people get uncomfortable and they'll project their fears onto you. When I
Definitely, man. People are so afraid of me because I'm just honest and always doing what I want.
tell people that I'm not looking for another relationship, which has been true for at least the past 10 years, they assume I must be lonely and bitter. When I started a YouTube channel, left my career, and took a solo road trip across the country in my minivan, people wondered if I was okay. Surely I must be losing it. Now that I'm
Yeah, you were losing it, but in a good way.
choosing a quieter, slower, healthier, and less conventional life, I've noticed people pulling away, not out of malice, but maybe because my choices challenge their assumptions. Massive reinvention makes people uncomfortable, and this isn't the first time that I've completely changed everything. Here's the thing: your life is not a group project. You don't owe anyone an explanation for living in a way that feels true to you. So let's be honest, we're all walking around trying to look like we have it together. We post
No one has it together. That's what I'm figuring out. Man, even people I thought were like good aren't good. Saw this one person who I thought had it all, but then when I checked his and his wife's apartment, slowly things started missing. They just started selling off their furniture just to rent in a decent area. Sad.
the highlight reels. We say, I'm fine, when we're falling apart inside. We keep chasing the next milestone, thinking maybe that'll be the thing that finally makes us feel worthy. But underneath it all, most people are confused, burnt out, ashamed of how much time they've spent chasing approval instead of fulfillment. Everybody is faking something, and no one wants.
True. But being fake is kind of normal to be, because if we were completely honest, no one would be doing anything but chaotic stuff because we're naturally chaotic. So I won't get much into detail with that, but I get what you're saying, sis. Continue speaking.
wants to be the first one to say it out loud. So we keep performing. We fake our confidence, our satisfaction, even our joy, because admitting the truth that we feel lost or tired or like something's missing feels like failure. But it's not failure, it's the beginning of awakening. Here's what I want you to hear. If something in your life feels fake, forced, or off, you're not broken. You're just waking up. You don't need permission. You don't need everyone to agree with your choices. You don't even need a flawless 5-year plan. What you need is honesty with yourself.
Honesty will help you. Listen to her, man. Listen.
Start by asking, whose rules am I following?
Your rules. Follow your rules.
What am I afraid will happen if I stop?
Those people in control will make your life miserable. Trust me.
Who's benefiting from me following these rules? And what would my life look like if I trusted myself? Because the truth is, no one has it all figured out. Not really. The people that you think are doing it right, they're faking it too. You get to decide what success looks like for you, even if it doesn't involve the house or the husband or the high-powered job.
Get over that. That's all fake. They put certain people above certain people. If they don't like you, you ain't gonna make it to a certain level. Trust me, man. Trust me.
For me, success is living in alignment with my values. It's having peace in my body and my home. It's the absence of drama and the absence of having to do something that I hate every day to survive. It's feeling proud of the life I'm creating, even if it makes no sense to anyone else. If you are starting to wake up to the fact that the life you've built doesn't actually feel like yours, even if you're already in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond,
Yes, keep talking, sis.
you're not too late. You are right on time. You didn't
It's never too late to be free.
waste your life. You were just gathering evidence that you needed to make a change. So
Gather them evidence, record everything for proof, because these people are insane.
if the rules aren't working for you anymore, throw them out. Write new ones that fit you. No one is going to come after you. There are no rule police. You get to make your own rules. Your real life is happening right now, and every day you're either making the most of it or you're wasting it by living according to someone else's rules. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and to my Substack. I'll link it below, and it's in my bio. That's where I share my writing, stories.
Sorry, sis, but I ain't gonna join nothing right now. I don't got nothing to share until I make some money. So, continue.
Reflections, and tools for anyone who's ready to stop performing and start living more truthfully. If you've watched this whole video, thank you so much for sticking with me, for being here, and I will see you in the next one.
Very, very, very good video. You all should take notes, man. Be free. Think about everything that's happening, and give up on those dreams that are about being wealthy and stuff, because trust me, they pick who gets to certain places. Peace.